afternoon, wherever you might be listening to this broadcast. Domestic violence is bad. Domestic violence has no other name than it is bad. So what is bad is bad. It can be avoided. And domestic violence, it's not only pertinent to the man laying his hand on the woman, it's also pertinent to the duo. That is a reciprocal action. The wife beating the husband beating the wife, or both of them fighting, which might later result to different things. It might later ended up the duo landing an hospital. It might later ended up one of the parties giving up on life, dying, and it might also ended up the children being affected, because I've seen a situation whereby the husband and the wife are fighting and they just give birth to a newborn baby. At the course of their fighting, they push each other or stumble on the newborn baby. Before they could rush the newborn baby to the hospital, the newborn baby has died. So a lot of things can happen when there is fight, when there is domestic violence in the home. But it can be avoided. It's certain it can be avoided. And what can be avoided is the necessity that we look at the signs or the signal and the precautions before we move into such marriage. I'm going to tell you the kind of man and the kind of woman you need to avoid. That is for the single. I might not be a relationship expert. I might not be a marriage expert. I might not be a relationship expert. But I think I can, with a few things I know, I think if it is applied, I think it will help. So I told you I might not be a relationship expert, but the little thing I know might really help. What are things to look out for in a partner before you end up settling for it? I said something on my last previous video. Marriage has nothing to do with I love him, I love her, and you go into the marriage. No, marriage has nothing to do with either the love. The attitude matters, the compatibility matters. It's not all about love. Those couples fighting themselves, injuring one another, killing one another. A wife, I read something also in news, whereby a wife born hot water poured on the husband. Also, the husband, there's another one that it was the husband who actually did that. And we've seen a lot of cases whereby the woman killed the husband, and we've seen it whereby the husband killed the wife. It can be avoided. What are the signals before you go into such a marriage? I'll tell you the kind of people you should avoid. So it's pertinent to man and it's pertinent to woman. So these are the kind of people you should avoid if you are going into marriage. Number one, avoid a feminist. You know, I think that goes to the woman. Avoid a feminist. A feminist is someone that believes what a man can do, a woman can do better. That's fine, good. A feminist has so many characteristics, which even while we are listing some signals you should watch out for, feminism take a lot of attitude. So, but we don't want to limit it on that, so it won't be as if we are talking directly to the ladies, but it's general, both the man and the husband, both the man and the woman, a boy and a girl, can evolve in domestic violence. It's not only pertaining to one partner alone. Now, avoid the feminists. That's the first thing you should avoid. Feminists, avoid them. Avoid any person that believes he or she knows it all. there definitely be problem. When a woman believes she knows it all, when a man believes she knows it all, avoid such a partner. Because such a partner, you will always have disagreement. So things that lead to domestic violence, which is exchanging of blows in the house, all start from argument. From argument, one party will raise up his hand to beat the other, and on and on it continues. From argument to insult. From insult, I cannot take this, then it results to fighting. Now, avoid any know-it-all, Mr. or Mrs. Know-all. If you're dating a partner that always knows it all, fertile knows it all, avoid such a person irrespective of the love. Now, I said you avoid someone over knowing, someone that knows it all. Avoid someone that is very hard to take to correction, that doesn't take to correction. So also, know it all, don't take to correction. Avoid someone like that doesn't take to correction. That whatever he believes or she believes is what he or she believes. You can find problem with such a person when you marry such a person. You avoid these people, because when he can't take to correction, there are some things you might not like, and you are trying to correct him or her in the house, that might result to argument, from argument to insult, from insult to fight, so which can result to anything. Avoid such an husband. Avoid such a wife. Avoid someone that believe you are dating someone and the person believe that your importance is irrelevant into his life. Meaning that when you are in relationship with someone, there should be this kind of importance you attach to one another. Because marriage is all about to fill an empty vacuum, to fill a vacuum. So if your partner believes that with or without you, I can do this, with or without you, I can live. I can tell you jokingly, when you notice this kind of partner, avoid such a partner that believe. That means such a partner might giving you might not be an issue to such a partner, because he or she believes with or without you, he can live. So if someone believes that when you fill in a gap, you have to fill in a gap in the marriage, that is a role where nobody can fill, then I need someone to fill it in my life. And when you fill such a gap and the person is telling you your relevance in my home, your relevance in my life is irrelevant, you are not relevant, then avoid such a person. They are toxic. Avoid toxic people. This set of people are mentioned as toxic. Avoid toxic people. Avoid someone that use more of his mouth than brain. Oh, run, flee. Anybody that use his mouth more than his brain will always miss yarn. You know, before you talk, before you say anything, you should think. You shouldn't just talk. You should think, what is the implication of this thing I'm about to say? How will my partner see it? Would my partner take an offense of this? What is the best time to discuss this that my partner will not feel offended? Now, if you notice anybody that runs the mouth more than using the brain, they talk without examining what the impact of the words they say on the partner. Avoid such a person. Avoid your I don't care attitude. Those that doesn't care, so avoid them. Avoid any partner that is jealous. Oh, that is, in fact, is a red signal. Is a red signal. There are some toxic actions you can change. There are some, it's just a red signal. Any partner that is jealous, hyper jealous, or we can say everybody is jealous, but anything that is too much is a danger to the body. If you drink water and you love drinking water too much, it runs your stomach. Anything you do that is excess, that is hyper, it's dangerous to the end. Avoid any partner that is jealous. When you have a partner that is jealous, then anything can happen. But I'm talking about the two, that the man is jealous, doesn't want to see you with any man, doesn't want to see you with anybody. Once you are calling, believe you are calling, you just avoid such a person. Any partner that is jealous, hyper jealous, don't just go near. Don't go near any partner that is jealous, because it can result into, because one of the two might ended up killing one another on a fictitious things, that is things that is not real. Probably I was told, I presumed, and probably presumed you are going out to meet a man, and wherever you are not doing that. So probably just take something and hit it on your head, or believing that, or see you with somebody, see you with a man standing, and that your man just call me. You might just, because he's hyper jealous, he might just take stone, hit your head. You die for nothing. That is it. Avoid that. Avoid that. It's a red signal. Avoid that. Hyper jealous. Everybody is jealous, so that's the reason why I classify it as hyper jealous. When I love a woman, I don't want to see my woman with a man. When I love my man, I don't want to see my man with another person. So avoid that. So I'm also, marriage is all about understanding one another. There is no rule for marriage that is constant. The only rule for marriage that is constant is understanding, ability to understand each other, because both of you are from different backgrounds. You are coming up to become one. So definitely your attitude might not be the same thing. There should be high tolerance. I'm not talking about tolerance. There should be high tolerance. You should be able to tolerate yourself. So avoid a partner that is jealous. Avoid that. Avoid on a final note. Avoid any partner. I've said that any partner that believes in the ideology that I can beat up a woman if she offends me. If she provokes me, I can beat her. Avoid such a partner. Some people do say that even while they are still single. Avoid that. It might not go well when you finally enter. These are just my one kobo advice. I told you I don't know much. I'm just trying to make a common sense. Marriage is not bread and butter. Once you enter from a religion belief, and it's not just about religious belief, from the knowledge of the scripture, the implication, divorce is not as easy as we think. The implication, the biblical spiritual implication is there. Might not be able to cope with the condition attached to it in the Bible. So, as a Christian, you might want to endure, but enduring in such a marriage is at your own risk. So this is not a matter of God cannot be mocked. You call on God, anything happen at last, because you yourself don't do your assignment before you enter into it. These are signals you should, very, very important signals you should avoid before getting into marriage. Avoid it. Domestic violence is bad. You might, if it doesn't even end up, good thing if it end up taking your life. If it doesn't end up deforming your life. Probably, I've seen a situation whereby husband and wife fight. The husband beat the wife, and the wife ended up on a wheelchair. That's eternity deformed, because the backbone was structured. So the woman ended up on a wheelchair, and that's how she's going to spend the rest of her life. They've taken her to different hospitals, that's how she'll spend the rest of her life. So that's her cross. She just have to take it. Either it be your life. So she has no choice than to just remain on that wheelchair. So if it is, and there are some things that are even more worse than death. There is a woman the husband beat. She was having internal bleeding. Despite even after so many treatments, the internal bleeding still persists. Well, I believe probably they might not have consulted the right doctor, but the internal bleeding persisted. The woman, I don't know, maybe she's dead, but in coma, not really getting herself. So whatever thing, you stand the chance to blame yourself in the future. But if you want to still risk it and blame yourself, think about the innocent children you are bringing in. Think about their mental ability. Think about their emotions. Think about what you are imparting into them due to your negligence. The children suffer the negligence most. So these are signals you should avoid. I said I don't know much. I'm just trying to make a common sense. Thank you.